Good morning, Frank Watkins with Kylie.
First day of autumn. Pinch and the punch, the first day of month. First of March.
Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, look, I just want to focus again on the high, low setups, because I think there's a lot of very, very good opportunities in front of us. The All Ords itself is in that position. We had the lows back here at the end of January, and they were greater than 6-month lows. So that to me is a very significant low. We had a rally into early Feb, then we got Putin, and we have recovered a bit today. So we have a potential bottom in place, and I only say potential, there's a long way to go yet. But the major low, the first high, the higher low, and if we break through this 7,600 level, pretty much I'd wait for a close above 7,600, and then I think there's a whole brand new ball game. There's a couple of stocks in that category that are worth keeping an eye on. Something like MSB, got a long way to go. We don't really even have a confirmed long-term low in place, but keep an eye on MSB. A lot of talk about MFG, Magellan Fund. This has been a $70 stock. It's now an $18 stock. So there's some incredible company management going into that. But if we zoom in, we do have a long-term low in place. We do have a rally. Couldn't get through the old highs, so that's a good rally to a good level of resistance. A higher low, and now we're looking for a break of that, let's say, $22 level. There's a lot of stocks in that category, and the reason I'm very keen on this stuff is because if we go back, that's interesting. If we go back to the start of COVID, and I'll have to drag a bit of data in here. COVID hit us in Feb 2020, and Kogan was the first stock in here to, sorry, I'm looking at MFG. Let's put Kogan in there. Been a big day. Thank you, Kylie, for pointing that out. If we go back to the GFC, to Kogan, Kogan was the very first stock to come out of the COVID low. They have a terrific high, low setup on a break of $5, straight up to $20. The next stock that did that in 2020 was Fortescue. If we go back to 08, there are a lot of stocks in March 09, all the banks, Westpac, BH, Wesfarmers, the whole lot of them in 08, 09 that gave the same higher, low buy signal coming from a major low. If you want to go further back for evidence, you can go back to about 2003 and see the same sorts of things. So the higher, low is the best buy signal to be looking at for the moment. So I've had my two, Bob. I'll let Kylie take over.
Thank you. So it has been a bit on the quiet side when it comes to doing scans, but there's been some good ones today. So we'll just go and do my usual scan. I do need to change that back to, I think we were from 50 cents to, actually now, let's go $5. We'll just shake things up a bit. Okay, so that hasn't traded since 23rd of Feb. Keep going, 1st of March, BGL. This is a bit of a rough old ride, but this has had a good run, nice sideways move, having a bit of a break today. Hard to look, but dollar I would expect would be the next resistance on that, then perhaps $1.10. Keep moving on. These are all a bit messy. CRN caught my eye this morning on this scan. This big level at the $1.65. This is very big high, low moves if you're looking at a big picture. But you also can see there's high lows happening all the way up here to this major resistance, and it has a bit of a breakout today. Last time we looked at it was at $1.67. So I quite like the look of CRN. Deep yellow. We could argue this has been going down. Is that enough proof that that's its low? It's had a move today. I'd probably like to see it come back, fill this gap sideways and go, move up, just to get more confirmation that it's in an uptrend. Interesting here, look straight up, you can see resistance at this level at 97, and you've got the dollar, looks like a little gap just at 99, so you've got a dollar level. So this has got a bit of work to do, but I think if you get higher highs up to the dollar, it looks like a potential move. EL8 has done a bit already. I'd like to let that one go and see what it does for a bit. This was an interesting move yesterday. No news, gapped up. It's sort of managing to hold. $1 is going to be, I think, a bit of an issue for it to get through. So again, if this can stay along $1 for a week or two, then have a break through that, there you potentially got another entry there. Yeah, interesting move yesterday. That is a high, low setup. R is as well. That's a nice break today. Bit of a gap up though. MLD, I like that one. That is a good move up. Nice little tiny pattern, nice break today. So 80 cents. Close above 80 would look pretty good too. Really like the look of this stock. That's exactly what we're talking about. It's just high lows all the way. It's giving you lots of chances to get in here. Another one today. NHC, it is at the resistance or the all-time high before at say 270. So it'd be interesting if that can. It's had a crack at it today. Be interesting to see what it does from there on. A bit messy. No. Not really. No. This one has been coming up for a bit, and it's interesting. I don't know if I ever would have bought that. In hindsight, yes, how amazing. But it was a very weird setup. That's a bit of volume, so I'd like to know what's going on in there. Why the move, but it's too late now, let it go. Wait for another buy entry. Whitehaven is very similar to NHC. They're both sister coal companies, and again, this has been running and giving you lots of opportunity to get in. Almost approaching the highs of October last year. A bit like the CRN as well. Looks good, looks all the goods. So that's my two bobs worth. So there's a few scans coming up today, which is a bit exciting.
Coal is the go, doesn't it?
Coal's go, and CRN I believe is coal too.
Yeah, or global.
Yeah.
No, it is coal.
Yeah, clean coal.
Yes, the stuff that you take into Parliament and wave it at everyone.
Yeah.
But on a totally different note, we've really poked Putin in the eye, because now I hear that Dan Murphy is taking vodka off the shelves, so that'll probably bring about the end of Putin. I'll leave it at that. Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.